Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a mock-up where for the mountain dulcimer. It's my plan is to use a fretboard, a diatonic fretboard from MGB Guitars, which is it's a 25.5-inch scale, and it is so it'll be something about like this. Here's where the end of it's actually going to be. I have to cut these off and make it. Oops, make that flush. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at right now, and I'll keep you posted. I've used aspen. I'm sorry, not aspen, but poplar for the sides, and the top and the bottom are birch, quarter inch plywood. The scale on this is like I said, it's 25.5 from the nut, where the nut will be down to the bridge. That's 25.5. So it'll be a little shorter than a typical mountain dulcimer. I just sold a mountain dulcimer that I purchased a while back, and I never did play it that much, but I played enough where I thought, well, I'm going to build one, and hopefully, it'll satisfy my urge to play a dulcimer every now and then. So I try to do this without knocking the whole thing down like I did before. This neck is also a piece of poplar, and like I said, I'm gonna get the MGB fretboard to put on. This all fretted, has a 0 fret on it, and it's ready to go, and it's only $15. So it just makes sense for me to do that as opposed to getting a piece of fretboard wood and going to the bother of fretting it and dressing the frets and all that. I've used their fretboards before on a cigar box build, and they're pretty nice. They're fretted nicely. They have a larger 0 fret on it, and they give you a nut to place on there. I probably won't be able to use it because it's made for a 3-string guitar. This is going to be a 4-string dulcimer. It's going to be DAD, to the high strings and together, then A in the middle, and D for a bass string. So this is where we're at. It's going to be I don't know how long this project is going to take me. I'm not going to rush it because I kind of want it to take up most of my winter. So anyway, that's where we're at. We'll keep at it. Okay, we installed some little bracing spots here that the sides will just go up there and be glued to and this offers a little bit of bracing and adds to it being more square as you're putting it together. Okay, we got the one side glued and clamped up. I'm gonna let that dry for the rest of the day, and then we'll do the other side tomorrow, and see how things go. So far, so good. Okay, we got the other side glued up, and we'll let it sit till tomorrow, and to give it a good chance to dry, and then we'll go from there. I think these sound holes are going to look a little bit like this right here, and not sure about the headstock yet. Kind of toying around with this, but Not sure if I like it, so I might change that idea, that design. But we're getting there, and I'm getting anxious to get her done. Okay, we just put the ends on and clamped them up, and you might wonder why I got all that extra down there. Well, I like to build things a little, eighth of an inch bigger, and then sand it back. So I'd rather have some extra sticking out there that I can, and that's the way it is all the way around the whole build. So I build it with a little extra, then I get it on the sanding belt and sand it just about to where it's flush, and then I hand sand it to where it's nice and smooth and flush. And this is all squared up very nicely. So you can see that that's very square. Everything's pretty square on it, but you want to make sure of that, because when you fit your top, you want everything to line up. So that's where we're at. We'll let these dry real good, and then we'll probably, I think the next step might be to put some shamrock type sound holes here and here. And I think down here we might put a couple of small hearts, just to kind of let some of the sound escape up on that end too. So here's where we're at, and I'm going to get busy on the sound holes next, and do a little bit of work on the neck. Little change of plan on the headstock. I have kind of a signature headstock that I use on my cigar box guitars, and it's actually like this. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and use that design. So the first thing we need to do is to glue these wings on here, and then we'll go from there. Got them all glued up and clamped together, and let that dry real good, and then we'll draw our design on there, cut it out, sand it down a little more. We're doing sound holes today, and you gotta be very careful, because one little mistake and you can really screw things up. Going for a shamrock, a couple of shamrocks on here. We're getting there, but it's a long, slow process. I'll let you see the progress as we move along. But and here's the finished project. Well, at least one side of the finished project. Here you are, right like that. I got to do that one. Hardest thing is to get them to be symmetrical and to not chip the wood. This wood is it's birch, and it's what, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. Anyway, it's pretty thin, and it's laminated, and it chips very easily. So I'm going to take off today and do the other one tomorrow. We're going to get snowed in starting tomorrow night, or no, tonight, and so I'm just going to stay down here and carve me another shamrock. Decided on a different on this headstock, yeah, and got the shamrocks down here and the hearts up there. Not finished with the other one, but I got to finish that one tomorrow, and that's kind of what she's going to look like. Well, it's coming along, and I'm pretty happy with the sound holes. That's kind of what it will look like when the neck is on it and everything. Still got a lot of work to do, but I'm kind of getting anxious now. ran into just a little bit of an issue with this neck. This is a 4 foot by 1 by 2, and I got the headstock all glued up and ready to sand down and finish the stuff. So I just did attached it with some screws underneath to the rest of the dulcimer, and up here. I don't think you can see this, but there is a gap, and you can see it there, that I no matter how hard I clamped it, or no matter what, how tight I made the screw, it wouldn't close. And when I bought this piece of wood, I bought this at Menards. It looked really, really straight. I mean, you can't tell, but it looked perfectly straight, and I thought that was awesome. Well, the problem is right down here, there's a twist, and I can see it, but I'm sure you can't see it on the camera. But there's just a twist. So no matter what I do, that's not going to go away. So this is pretty much, I'm going to have to pitch this and start over. I'm going to go get a new piece of wood today and have to do it over again. So that's not a big deal, but it is setting me back a little bit. I know I've thrown out 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch thickness on this birch plywood. I'm gonna make a little correction here. It's actually, the actual thickness is 3/16. So that's a 3/16 piece of plywood. It's a nice finish on one side, not so nice on the other side. But the veneer top layer is so thin that it's real. When it comes to doing sound holes and so forth on it, you got to be very, very careful. So I wanted to clear that up. 3/16. All right, we're scrapping the old neck that I mentioned was all twisted. It's twisted about right there, and we're putting together a new one. This one's very straight, and I think this one will be fine. I got the headstock drawn. I'm going to cut that out probably tomorrow. Give it a good chance to dry real well, and we'll go from there. Everything's coming along really well. All right, here's where things are at. I made a new neck with the headstock. That's all. Got that all sanded down and where it should be, and made these little end caps. There's an end cap down here by the bridge, and then there's that little thing there made to kind of brace the neck a little bit. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. But we still got a lot of work to do, so just wanted to show you that and move on. I mentioned a little earlier why I cut top bigger and then go from, then sand it down. Look how nice that edge is there. I mean, it's I always like to, just like I said, cut about it, not even 1/8, a little bit, just cut it a little bit, big, and then take the belt sander or the orbital sander and just sand that edge to where it comes out very nice. So yeah, I'm still waiting. My fretboard has come, like I said, I get it from MGB Guitars, which is in Florida, and of course with the bad ice storm that just occurred, I was supposed to get it Friday, and now it's kind of off the grid as far as I can't even track it. I don't know where the heck it's at, so I'm still waiting for the fretboard. Once I get the fretboard, I'll be able to make some progress, but I really can't do anything until I get that, because I'm just estimating all these measurements for now, and I want to wait until I get the fretboard to make sure that everything is the way it should be. Today the mail came through. Got my fretboard from MGB Guitars. It's awesome. I'm gonna tell you something. For $15, it makes no sense at all for me to buy fretboard. I mean, fretboard material and fret it and dress the frets and do all that crap. I mean, that's one thing about building guitars I don't enjoy at all. So I'll tell you, I've bought different ones. This one is a composite material, but I've bought different wooden ones off them, and they're awesome. And man, this was $15, so for 15 bucks, it just makes no sense for me to buy the material and go through all the work. So it's going to be perfect on there. And they also sent a nut. I mean, this has 0 fret on it, so this nut, I'm going to have to do a little modifying on it, but I think I can still use it. And some strap buttons and some fake mother of pearl fret markers, but man, they really do look like pearl, I swear. So I'm pretty happy with all this stuff. I put together a piezo pickup that's going to go on the inside, just in case I would want to plug it in. I probably would never do it, but I'm going to put it in there just because I'll never be able to get one in there after it's put together. And let's see, we got these off of CB Giddy. They're really nice open gear, open back tuners, and with like little pearl knobs or whatever you want to call them on there. So got those, and we got some string retainers off of Amazon. So we're all set to go. I got everything I need. I think we can move along pretty quick now and get some things done. So till the next time. Okay, what we're doing today is excuse me, we're going to put some fret dots in. And you can see I'm just marking the X's to find the center of these. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 different places. This will be a double dots here and then a single dot down there. So that's what we're doing. We're just kind of marking them off for now, and then we'll drill them in a couple of minutes. See, when you're old as I am, just about everything you do, you have to wear one of these so you can see what you're doing. I have glasses I wear, but actually they're for long distance, and have bifocals also, but nothing works as well as these. And here we are. I tell you, it's a little bit tedious. You're afraid you're going to go too deep on the fretboard, or just kind of a little bit scary, but it came out okay. That's what she's going to look like on there. Alrighty, another task done. Here's where we're at. We got the tuners installed, and I like how they look. I like that pearl. Got the nut carved and slotted. Got the fret markers in. A little change of design down here at this end. Originally, this was not going to be here. This was going to be like, curved down, concave right there, and I was going to slot this and put a bone nut in there. But if I would have slotted that and put this bone nut I have in there, it would have made the strings too low for this. So a little bit of a change in design. I'm going to, instead of slotting that nut, I'm going to build this up like this. And by doing that, I won't even have to carve that out concave. And I'm going to glue this up, of course, and then I'm still going to curve this down. And this goes underneath here, and it's curved too. So sorry about missing the camera shot there, but anyway, so yeah, we're coming along. This is actually going to decrease my work, because I'm going to have to carefully, kind of make that concave. That's the strum area, they call it, but I won't need to do that, because these the fretboard and then this piece I'm going to glue on there will be high enough where you know, that'll be where you strum it at. So anyway, this is where we're at, and pretty happy so far. Okay, here's where we're at. We got this all shaped and looking pretty good. I got a little bit more rounding to do at the top part right there. That top needs to be rounded more to mimic the part there at the bottom. Everything is looking really good. Everything's lining up well, and I think we're getting very close for this build. Lots of progress today. We got that bottom part down by the bridge shaped. We got the neck glued on. Got the nut up here glued on. We've installed the piezo, however you pronounce that. I never did know how to pronounce that. So we got that installed, and that's some glue drying down there to hold the wire in place. And we are making some progress. What we got left to do basically is we have to attach the neck to the body tomorrow, and install this block right here up by the headstock underneath as a brace. Install the back, glue it down, glue the back down, and basically sand and finish it. Put the string end pins in, and that's it. So we're making good progress. Okay, the neck is glued to the body, and you can see this. We got the end blocks down here. I'm going to do some sanding on that. And yeah, this one too. I mean, it's attached, but we got some sanding to do, especially up in here, to blend that in a little better. But there she is. I mean, next step after I sand those blocks is to put the bottom on it. So we'll get to that hopefully in the next couple of days. Okay, we're getting very close to getting this thing wrapped up. I've noticed, going back to look at these videos, I keep saying we're getting close, we're doing this, we're doing that, and I don't know why I say that, because there's no we're about it. It's me, and there's nobody else helping me with this. So it's I put these tabs on here, and I'm getting ready to glue the back on it. The back, I stain the inside red and blue and green because I want it to show through the sound holes. The red will show through here, and the green will show through here. So I'm getting ready to glue her up, and I don't know if you can see you probably can't see the green through that hole. Now I have to show it to you another shot. But yeah, I'm getting ready to glue this back on, and once I get that glued up, it's just sanding and finishing. So, I got to put the end. I have to put some end string pins in here, and also shape the nut. But that's pretty easy stuff. So that's where I'm at. And notice I said okay. Maybe a little overkill. I don't know. But I just want to make sure everything's that back is good and tight on there, and believe me, it is. Okay, here it is, the finished product. Right before any finishing, I'm getting ready to do some finishing on it. That's the front. Sides came out good. Back. So just getting ready to stain the neck. I'm doing the neck, and this neck area, and the headstock in a darker walnut. Then this part's just going to be natural. So there you go. So I've been doing some finishing work. This is about probably about the third coat of poly. I don't know if you can see it, but it's coming out very shiny and nice. In between coats, I always give it a real light buffing of steel wool, 4/aught steel wool, and it just takes a little bit of the dust particles off of it. And I do that in between every coat. But one more coat, I think, today, and we'll be ready to untape the fretboard and put it back together. I don't know if I showed you the end pins or not. End pins are in there. And have my daughter do my name on the top. So we're all set to go. Thank you. Just getting the little dust particles off with this real fine steel wool. I've been using Minwax polyurethane. It's called a warm gloss, and I thin it down quite a bit with mineral spirits. And by doing that, it improves the self-leveling, so where you don't get a lot of brush strokes, and takes more coats by doing that. But I've always had better luck by really thinning that out. So I'm getting ready to put the last coat on it, and we'll see what kind of results we get, probably very soon. Okay, got the nut installed and the saddle over here for the bridge, but I think, let me see if I can get this on. We're gonna have to lower this saddle quite a bit, probably at least by an eighth, maybe even a quarter of an inch, because that action there would be way too high. So I'm probably going to bring the action down to about, let's see, probably about there. So I'm going to have to bring that down at least an eighth of an inch, something like that. But we're really getting close. Got the tuners all ready to put those back on. I had a little bit of a mess up here. I put some string retainers there, but they placed them wrong. So I'm going to wait, put the string retainers on. Might not even need them. So we'll still got to do some more touch up on this headstock. And that's it. Here we go with the completed project. This is what she looks like. Came out very nice. Good shiny finish. Everything came pretty much out as planned. Doesn't sound too bad. I knew it would be a little bit quiet because of the wood is thicker than what you find on most, commercially made dulcimers, but it actually doesn't sound too bad. I'll give you a little sample. there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video.